Let's do this. Okay, very first question. Find the value of each pronumeral giving reasons. Find the value of each pronumeral giving reasons. All right, who feels like they want to start this off with me? We can see some parallel lines. We can see some things that are equal. Anyone feel comfortable in finding X? I'll give you a clue as you're reading this. Always think about all the information given, right? The fact that this is parallel, you start to think about your parallel line properties. The fact that he gave you 115 degrees, you'll have to probably use that. And the fact that they've given you these two sides of the triangle are equal, that means they're isosceles. You're probably using that. All right. So anyone want to go first? Remember, I'll guide you. Then let's see.
I think I got it.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
So I started doing the co-interior angle.
Maddie, is that you? Is that you, Maddie?
Yeah.
Yeah, sweet. Let's do it. Go. Co-interior angle. So you're saying angle.
Angle B. Oh no.
No. Yep.
AFD.
FD
equals 65 degrees because it's co-interior.
65 degrees, and then reason co-interior. Oh, this. Yeah. We're with you. Continue.
And that means angle CFE.
So always put it in, right? I like that. Like always, once we're working it out, put it in 65 degrees so you can see it. Continue. Angle.
Angle CFE.
CFE equals.
Should I say equals 65 degrees because it's an adjacent angle?
Oh, we don't say adjacent. What's the word? Starts with
vertically opposite.
That's the one. Vertically opposite. You're very close. Once that's 65.
Meaning FEC is also 65.
Meaning FEC is also 65. Again, you have to have a reason.
Bases of an isosceles triangle are equal.
Too good. Base angles, isosceles triangles equal. You're very close.
Meaning X, so angle FCE.
You can actually write X, just so you know.
Okay, I can.
Yep.
All right, so X equals 50 degrees because all three angles equal to 180 in a triangle.
You can't technically say it like that. We say angle sum of triangle equals 180. So it's the same thing as what you just said, but technically we're not allowed to say the three angles add up to 180. We say that angle sum of a triangle equals 180. Wow, good work. Did it help revising the work from last week?
Yeah, it did.
Those are a lot harder. I mean, this is still really hard. I mean, this is, advanced questions, but this is more what you'll see. I really like the way you have tackled this. And you haven't done this at school at all this year, right?
Yeah, no.
So this is all purely from the last few weeks. Well done. Well done.
Thank you.
All right, the rest of us, what do we think? Are we on the same page? Do we feel like, yeah, this is good? We agree. More importantly, it's not about checking every single step. I think the first step is the most important step. Realizing she started from 115 and went, okay, what do I see there? I see co-interior, then maybe vertically opposite, and then, and then from there, it's just a domino effect. Can anyone see a different approach instead of step one? Just in case. And I want to show you a different approach just so you guys don't feel like, oh, there's only this one way. There isn't. There can be another way. It's really up to you. It doesn't really matter. And I'm hoping as we keep doing these exercises, you realize, okay, right, I've got all this information in my toolbox, right? And I can take out one thing as I need it. It doesn't always have to be the exact one. It can be anything as long as it starts to work out. So can somebody else see a different step one? So instead of it being angle AFD being 65, can somebody see a different version of something they could have done?
Sam,
Yep, go ahead, tell me.
so you could use a corresponding angle with the F.
Oh, very good. Is that you, Annabelle?
Yeah,
Very good. Angle, which one?
angle AFD.
I love it. Angle EFD equals EFD equals 115. And then you said the reason already. Corresponding angles equal. Excellent. And then once that's 115.
Yeah, and then over here, angle CFE
And then angle CFE
would equal
equals
65
65. And what's your reason there?
because a straight angle is 180
Yeah.
degrees.
Let's write that. Straight angle equals 180 degrees. And then, of course, the next two lines. Yep, go ahead.
The next, so the angle CEF would also be 65, and then the reasoning is isosceles triangle.
Correct. And then therefore,
x equals 50 because the angle sum of a triangle is 180.
right? So you guys can see all that would have changed is maybe the first two steps, but then still the last two steps are exactly the same. And it's good to realize that. It's good to realize it's like it really, oops, I was trying to paste it there. It's really the same. There we go. You know, so the first two lines, different, last two lines, exactly the same, but at the end of the day, still works out to be the same answer. Let me remove that now to not confuse you. Good work. I hope by showing that little exercise, it gives some of you who aren't so confident with this topic a little bit more leverage to feel like, okay, as long as I do something that is, let's call it legal, it should work out. It can't fail, right? As long as you don't say, oh, Sam, that's 115, and then this angle in here is 115. Well, you've actually done that as a mistake, right? Co-interior angles are not meant to be equal. They're meant to add up to 180. So it's good to see that you can do different approaches, right? Because some other parts of math, you're technically not allowed to do that. It's always the one way and no other way. Question 2. Let's try this. Find the value of each pronumeral giving reasons. What are we trying to find? We're trying to just find P. That's the only one that's missing. P degrees. Again, just look at what you can see. I see a quadrilateral, right? A four-sided shape. And I also see two parallel lines here. So again, I start thinking of those parallel line theorems, right? You know, alternate, corresponding, co-interior. Who can see one straight away? What word can you see straight away with this parallel line?
Alternate.
Yeah, right. Just the way it looks like an alternate. All right. Who can give me our starting point for this one now? I tried to give you a clue there with the alternate, I guess.
Would angle FCH be equal to 84 degrees?
And reason?
Alternate angles.
Alternate angles. Beautiful. So that's 84. And that's 84. I agree. And we're very close because if we had this angle, we could have just added these three and then subtracted from 360. So how do I find angle FCD now? FCD. Yep.
Would you,
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. Anyone. Doesn't matter. Go ahead.
would you do 360 minus 137 minus 84?
Minus 137 minus 84. Again, reason.
It's a revolution.
That's good enough. Angle sum of rev equals 360. You can't just write revolution, but I think Annabelle, I know you know what you're doing, but still, please, all of us, you've got to actually say it correctly. It'll get you into the habit. So when you do it at school, it's very, very simple for you, I guess, to transition. So angle sum of a revolution equals 360. The only thing you have to check with your teachers once you do it, will they accept shorthand, these at like HSC level? Absolutely. Year 10, year 11, year 12, no problems. But some school teachers don't like it because they don't know if you actually know what you're doing. So just confirm with them. All right, what's the answer for FCD? What do we get? 360 minus 137 minus 84. 139. And then, of course, how do we find P?
The angle sum of a quadrilateral is 360.
And minus it again from these three numbers. 39 was 84 minus 63. Again, she just said it. You have to write it. Otherwise, unfortunately, you can't get full marks. Angle sum of, it's not a revolution this time, angle sum of a quad equals 360. And that's why we want to see the reasons, because we know some students might, know what they're doing. They know it's 360 minus, but so was the top one. Both of these were 360 minus, but the reason for this is it's a revolution. The reason for this is a quadrilateral. So two different reasons. So the math, it's okay. The reason is more where the marks are usually lost by a lot of students. Let's pause there. Anybody that doesn't get it, if you don't want to say it to me, in front of the class, it's okay. Can you message me privately? I will see it in my chat. Anyone that is still completely like, I don't get what is happening. And just let me know, just so I can know, I guess, how many more questions to do. So message me privately now on Skype. You don't have to message the group chat. While I'm waiting, I will move on to question 3. Find the value of each pronumeral, giving reasons. Oh, all right, let's look at this one. A lot of things happening. This time, we don't see any parallel lines. Yep, we don't see any parallel lines. So if we don't see that, we don't think like that. We don't see any lines that are equal. So therefore, again, just so you guys understand what I mean by that, we don't see any parallel lines. We don't see any arrows. We don't see any equal signs. So we don't see any of these. So our thinking process should not go there. All I can see, this is what I can see. I see a right angle. So I straight away think of 90 degrees. I see a triangle. And I see this word or this sentence. ST bisects angle RSV. RSV. All right. What does this sentence actually mean? Bisects. You've got to be very clear. Say it again.
Equally.
Did you say cuts it in?
Half. Equally.
Half. Yeah, equally. All right. Bisects. I think the biggest word you want to remember is bicycle. That's the idea. Two. It cuts in two. So if it cuts it in two halves, or as Annabelle said, it's equal, then that means if angle RST is A, then TSV is also A, right? They must be the same. So if that was, 15 degrees, this guy's also 15 degrees. They're the same answer. Is that clear to everybody? Bisects ST, bisects RSV, therefore they're the same. Matt, what do you reckon? Does that make sense so far, what I've just said there?
Yeah.
So I've used that logic now. Now I've got the other part, 90 degrees. So Matt, what can you tell? if that's 17 degrees, what can you tell about angle UVS? UVS. What should that equal to?
180.
No, it can't be. Angle UVS. This angle in here. You reckon that's 180?
Oh, no.
UVS. How do I find that?
Would it be 73? Wouldn't it?
Yes. How did you get it?
Just 90 take away 17.
Perfect. 90 take away 17. So that gives me 73 in there. Correct? Remember what I said I could see? I said I see a right angle. Right, Matt?
Yeah.
I said I see a triangle.
Yeah.
And I said I also see this sentence, which we've already used. We said ST bisects it, so therefore they must be the same.
Yeah.
But the only part I haven't used is the triangle part. So how am I going to find this angle in here?
You do 180 minus 51 minus 73.
Yep. See, again, I know that USV, I know that you understand that part, but the reasonings are important. So back to this 73. What's my reason for this one? You can call it right angle. Right angle equals 90 degrees. This one here, what's your reason for the second part? Angle sum
Angle sum of a triangle.
Equals
180.
180. What's the answer to that? 180 minus 51 minus 73.
No, hang on.
I got it for you. It's 56. You still haven't found A, right? But
Yeah.
can you see something that you're very close? I'll highlight it. Look at this. So keep your eyes on this. Think about that. What should that add up to?
180 because it's a straight line.
Right? It's a straight line. So then can't you say A plus 56 must equal to 180 degrees?
Yeah.
And then what's A plus A?
A plus A is A. Is
Ooh.
A? No, it's not A squared.
No, it's not.
It's. Oh no.
What's Matthew plus a Matthew?
Matthew.
Yeah.
Say it again.
Matthew.
Really? So if I said to you, Matt plus Matt, you'll say it's just Matt.
Yeah.
Nah, surely not.
Not just mate. There's two.
Sorry?
There's two.
Two what?
Two Matthews.
Yeah, two Matthews. So what's A plus A?
2A.
Yeah, exactly. 2A. 8 plus 56 equals 180. Now, Matt, how do I get rid of 56?
You bring it over.
How?
It's equation. So you do 180 would be minus because you're moving it over one place.
2A equals 180 minus 56,
Mhm.
which is 124. How do I get rid of the 2?
Bring it over again.
Yep, how?
It's 124 minus 2 now.
No, it's not. How is that attached to the A? Doesn't look like there's a plus sign there.
No. It'd be minus, wouldn't it? No, I just said that. Divide by 2.
Divide 2. There's a times there. A equals 62. Equations letting you down. You're good at equations. What have you done?
Oh, we're doing it again. We've got a new topic. We just started doing it again.
Yeah. A equals 62. So let's recap what we just did. So first thing we did, I said, hey, let's use that information that they gave us. So I did. There's A, there's A. Then I couldn't do anything else. So I said, all right, pause. Let's go to the next information we're given. Well, there's a right angle. So I said, all right, we've got to use that somehow. And there it is, 90 take away 17. We found 73. Then again, we paused. I went, all right, what's the last thing I could see? Couldn't see a triangle. Oh, I can find this angle by doing angle sum of a triangle. So 180 take away 51, take away 73 gives me 56. And then from that, we realized this plus this plus this must equal to 180. Oh, I didn't write my reason. Angle sum of straight angle sum of a straight line equals 180 degrees. And then solve. There's a plus sign, we subtract. There's a multiplication sign, so we divide. Matt, what do you reckon? One more?
Yes, please.
Maybe a few more, doesn't matter. Are you writing it down, Matt?
Yes.
All right. Are you still copying anything down or should I move on?
You can move on.
All right, question 4. Let's try this. So there's a lot of things. Again, Matt, when I see this, I go, whoa, a lot of things, right? Can you see that? A lot of things are happening. A lot. So Matt, you tell me, what do you see?
Triangle.
Good. Stop. What do you see special about that triangle while we're here?
QRZ or Z. But there's 2 parallel lines.
There's 2. No, a little bit differently. Nope. Something else. These represent parallel, but then what do these lines represent?
They're equal.
Yeah, so what do you know about this triangle?
They're equal. No, it's a
So
isosceles.
therefore it's an isosceles. There we go. All right, so that's good. You found a triangle. You realize it's isosceles. All right, keep going. What else?
Is it a rhombus? It's like no.
This is a rhombus. No, this is a parallelogram. You can't. A rhombus would have been all sides are equal. You don't know that.
Mm.
Keep going. What else do you see? So you said, I see a triangle. I said yes. And then
90 isn't. Is that 90 degrees? Why is
you can't assume. Nope. You can see these are parallel.
yeah.
And this guy's parallel to them.
Yes.
Right? So there's, again, you're thinking of what are your 3 words that you think of when you see parallel arrows? There's 3 words.
Parallelogram.
No. When you see parallel lines, what are the 3 words? 1, 2, 3. What's the 3 things that you associate with parallel? No, it's okay. Alternate, corresponding. You know the last one, Matt?
Corresponding, alternate, and
Going
comment.
to- Do you know what letters each one of these are? It's because you missed that first lesson.
Yeah.
Do you know what letter each of these are?
There's F, C, and Z.
Oh, you're very close. F is which one? Do you know which one's F?
It's corresponding, isn't it?
Yeah. F, correct. Which one's a Z?
The alternate.
Good. And C, co-interior. So whenever you see these, your brain needs to straight away go to this. Make sense?
Yeah.
Good. So let's get started. All right. 63. If we're trying to find C, that's where we've got to get up to. We're all the way here at 63.
Yeah.
All right. What letter can you see? You got to use parallel lines. Can you find any particular angle? Can you find X, W, Z, or maybe even W, Z, Y? Up to you.
W, Z, Y.
Okay. Do you have a reason for what W, Z, Y is going to equal?
Would it?
W, Z, Y. This one here, what would it equal to?
Not not degrees, would it? No, it would be
I said there has to be a reason. So if you say 90, right, let's just write that. What's your reason? Do you have a reason?
no.
Then you can't write it. There has to be a reason. So keep that in mind. All right, all good, Matt. I'll come back to you. Don't worry.
Sam,
Yes.
if we want to find angle XWZ, would we do 180 minus 63 because it's co-interior?
Yes, that's absolutely correct. So if you wanted to find this angle, you would have done 180 minus 63 because co-interior. And let's not, like, again, you know how for question 1, I said there's, 2 or 3 methods. Again, there'll be a few methods here. Let's not do that one just because there'll be less working out. So you can, again, in your exam, if you're stuck, that one, no problems, right, at all. But can somebody give me the reason for what WZY would be and what it would equal to, actually? So what would that angle equal to, and what could be a reason without finding this angle here? Anyone?
It's a parallelogram.
So do you know what the reason is, Bart? Do you know how to say it properly?
It's opposite angles of a parallel.
That's the one. Yeah, I'll accept that. Opposite angles in a parallelogram are equal. So Matt, if that's 63, that angle is automatically 63 because opposite angles in a parallelogram must be equal to each other.
Yeah.
Make sense?
Yeah.
So that means this angle up here would always equal to this angle down here. Okay, good work. Let's continue though. So we found this angle here, which is 63 degrees. Anybody else now? We need to somehow get inside this triangle. Somebody see something else.
It's an alternate angle.
You're really good at this, Annabelle. Angle what?
Angle. So angle WZQ is alternate to angle ZQR.
Yep, so angle ZQR is equal to 63 degrees as well.
Yeah.
And you said alternate angles.
And then
Wait, pause, hold on. Matt, and I guess everybody, not just Matt anyways. Look, why does she think like that? Remember, she sees these arrows. So what she should be thinking of is these 3. Alternate, corresponding, co-interior. And then she can see it like this. So that is 63. And then you can continue now.
And then angle ZRQ is also 63 because it's an isosceles triangle.
You have to actually say base.
Oh,
base
yeah.
angles.
Base angles of isosceles triangle are equal.
Yep. Isosceles triangles equal. So then this guy is also 63.
And then you'd have to go 180 minus 126 to get.
Angle QZR.
Yeah.
Angle QZR equals 180 minus 63 minus 63.
And then to find C.
Which is 54. Hold on.
Yeah.
54 degrees. What's your reason? Angle sum of a triangle. Now, to find C, so that's 54.
I'm having a mind blank.
Yeah, I think. I don't know if I drew that right. Let me just see, make sure.
Aren't they adjacent?
Just hold on. Hold on. I didn't miss nothing, did I? That's 63. That's 54. 63. Yeah, I didn't give you any information for this. It's okay. It's incomplete. Not your fault or anything like that. So what I needed to do there is draw another line and say that these two are equal. So I'll do that now. Let's just call this T, and that's also C. That's what I was trying to do. So if we draw that, can you tell me now? So that should have been part of the question. My bad. Can you tell me now what you would do?
Would you do? Oh, sorry.
Go ahead, Chloe.
Would you do 360?
Not
I'm sorry,
6.
180.
Oh, 180. Yeah, I'll accept 180.
Minus
Can tell me the equation you would write?
180
Yeah.
minus 63
I know.
minus.
I know you know the math. I know you're about to get it right.
Mhm.
It's not an equation. It's more an equation will be something something plus something something equals 180.
Okay.
So can you say it as an equation? 63
Minus
plus
plus 54.
there we go plus
C
plus
equals
plus equals
180.
yeah, that's it. That's the way I would like to see it. I only say that because again, all the harder questions involve equations. And I know you're going to do the same thing. You're going to subtract 54, subtract 63, and then you're going to say divide by 2. But yeah, but I just want to say as an equation. All good. That, yeah, go ahead.
Wouldn't that also be 90 degrees? Wouldn't that be a right angle?
Wouldn't what be a right angle?
Oh no, never mind.
No, okay.
Oh no. It's here, angle TZQ.
TZQ.
No,
90 degrees. No,
right
you can't.
angle would be,
No, you can't. Unless you have a reason. So if there's a reason for it, fair enough, but no, there is no reason for that. All right, and then finish this off. C plus C, 2C. 63 plus 54, 117. And then subtract. And then divide by 2. 31.5 degrees. Matt, when you see all of this, what's confusing you the most?
Just starting off.
Just starting off, right? So that which is why I'm trying my best to try to tell you, like, when I see this, this is what I think about. When I see this, this is what I think about, and so on. Because if you can get into that mindset, these questions start to become a little bit easier.
Okay.
A little bit. I'm not saying it's going to be completely easy straight away. Let's try it again. Question 5. Let's see who we're going to pick on. Let's try Mary next. Mary next, Samadhi. All right. Okay. Let's skip question 5 since I've got not much room there. Question 6. Mary, when you see this, what do you see?
Triangles.
Right, a whole lot of triangles. And then what do you also see that's special about some triangles?
Equilateral.
So you see this one's equilateral, but
Isosceles.
yeah, these two are isosceles. So specifically with an equilateral, what's the angle of each angle?
60 degrees.
60 degrees. All right, so We specifically know that, so we might as well put that in, which we'll have a reason for in a second, but that's okay. What else can I see? We can see that's 10 degrees. We can see it, can you say that's a right angle? Can you say that that is a right angle? Yes or no, Mary?
No.
Right, you're right. Then let me trick you. You can't say that's a right angle unless you have a reason. Is there a reason that that should be a right angle, Mary, just by looking at it? No. So you can't assume that's a right angle. Incorrect. Don't do that. Be careful. Good. Go back. 60, 60, 60. I like. What else do we know? We know that that's S.
Sorry, isn't that a square?
I was getting to that.
Oh, sorry.
So that's S and that's S. Are you happy with that, Mary?
Yeah.
All right, and that's S and that's S. And then once you start to realize, okay, these two are the same, and if you can see what she just saw, this outside shape is a square. So is there a reason now for why this is a right angle?
Yes.
Yes, of course there is. All right, what's that reason? So angle, actually, hold on. Is that what I was trying to do with this question? Hold on, before she confuses me. No. Go back. She's wrong. Annabelle, come back.
Yeah.
You're wrong.
Yeah. I'm wrong.
You're wrong.
You almost had me there because why? Firstly, you're saying it's a square.
Yeah.
Why are you allowed to say it's a square now? Let's talk about that. Why are you saying yes, it's a square?
JKLM is a quadrilateral with all equal sides, which is a square.
I agree. Can somebody tell her why sometimes we can have equal sides, but for it not to be a square? What's that shape called? Equal sides, all four equal sides, but not a square.
A rhombus?
Yes. Called a rhombus. Careful. That's a rhombus, not a square. So no, it's not a right angle. You almost had me, but it's a rhombus, not a square. So be careful. No, not a right angle. All right, Mary, we're back. S. What, that's 60. Where was I? Okay, yeah, it's a rhombus. So what happens with diagonals of a rhombus? Do you know what it does to the angles? You had to take a guess. Here's a rhombus. I know it looks like a parallelogram. Oh, really bad diagonal.
Hello?
Say that again.
The angles bisect.
Yeah, these two are actually the same. It bisects, so it cuts it in half. So if that's S, what does this one also equal to? JKM.
S.
S. This one up here, S. And I think we can just, without doing much more working out, can we find S now? Probably. We know that's 60. We know that's 10. S plus S. What should this whole thing add up to?
180 degrees.
Let's do our working out. All right, first thing, angle. And this is the way you would usually start for a question like this. Do a lot of my working out here, work out what I've got to do, and then come in and write my reasons. So angle, what's your first step? What would you write? What's the first thing we would have needed to find? I.
K. J.
Equals.
60 degrees.
And then reason.
Equilateral triangle.
Equilateral triangle. That's it. That's what you need to write. Good. So we found that that's 60. Now, angle MKL. Angle MKL equals SY.
Isosceles base
Base
isosceles.
angles, yeah, that's it. In or of, doesn't matter, of isosceles triangles equal. Once we worked out that's S, what did we then say about JKM? Angle JKM equals S as well. Why? Not because of the reason above. Diagonals
Bisect.
bisect. Diagonals of a rhombus bisect. Diagonals of a rhombus bisect. The angle on the top, that's good enough. We understand S. And then 60 plus S plus S plus 10 must equal to 180. Again, reason, angle sum of straight line equals 180. S plus S is 2S plus 70 equals 180. 2S equals 180, take away 70, 110. S equals 55 degrees. All right. Ashley, what do you think? What about you? Confusing? Or you getting the hang of it? How are you feeling with this? Yeah?
Yeah.
What line is still confusing the most? Maybe this one?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Like just a bit more property work. Okay. Let's look at another one. Question 7. All right. Let's have a read first. Who's going to help me out for this one? Zara.
Yes.
Let's question 7.
Okay.
Again, when you see this question, a lot of things are happening.
Yeah.
So what are the first few things you can see?
The parallel lines.
Right. So there's one there, and there's another one there. All right, good. What else can you see?
A triangle.
I see a triangle, but this time there's no equal, so you don't think of isosceles. And I see a straight line, I guess, right? I see a straight line, so maybe you can work out this angle pretty quickly. Maybe to find M, if I knew what this angle would be, again, I could subtract it from 180 and work out M. You happy with all that?
Yeah.
So we're pretty much going to use everything we just said. And if we do, it should work out. So let's see. You tell me. What's the first thing you want to find?
The straight line.
So angle
SUV.
SUV equals 180 minus 52.
Which equals 128.
128, and then angle sum of straight line equals 180. Good. Yep. So let's put it in. 128. Yep. What's another thing?
Could we do co-interior angles?
So you got to tell me which one. Just tell me which angle. I saw yes or no.
UVZ.
Yes. UVZ. Beautiful. You're getting very close. Co-interior. Again, why is she using that? She said, I got to use parallel lines. Is there alternate? Nah, no way. I don't see a Z. Is there corresponding? Possibly. Can you see it? Can you see the corresponding?
Yeah. I just realized when I worked it out that the answers are the same.
But who cares, right? That's why I wanted you to say that. Like, it doesn't matter. This becomes 52 because of co-interior, but it doesn't actually matter. you didn't realize it, it doesn't matter. I want everyone to realize it doesn't matter. Just do the working out. Make sure you're doing everything that is allowed. You're starting from the right area. You know, we started from 52, not from 25, and you'll get it. It doesn't make a difference. One extra step, who cares? But that's good. So, and then of course, so that one would have worked, which we didn't use. It's okay. And then co-interior is obviously the right one to choose at this stage. So good, co-interior angles, 52. Then
could we do VZX?
VZX. Ooh. Now that is what you want to avoid. You have to give me a reason. Oh,
Straight line.
oh, right. You're talking about 180 minus 25, right?
Yeah.
Okay, sure. Yep, let's do it. Angle. Look, let's write it because as I keep saying, you might do it in your exam. VZX equals 180 minus 25, which is 155. Yep. Keep going. Did that help much, you reckon?
No, not at all.
Not at all, yeah. I'll let you write it because it doesn't matter. You won't lose marks. You've done more working out for what's not required. You've already got this is 25. Remember, you said triangle. Don't lose track of what you want to find. So somehow you're hoping to have this angle.
Co-interior?
Yeah, again, right? Can you look? Let's highlight it. This way now. This one with this one. That's co-interior. So if this is 52, this guy in here is 180 minus 52, right? Or another way you could have said it, Zara, is if that's 128, isn't opposite angles of a parallelogram technically equal? So if that was closed, you can see that would have just been a parallelogram anyways. Now you can't use that because it's not a parallelogram, but I just want to show you that it technically could have become a parallelogram very quickly. Yep, you see that?
Yeah.
Angle X, Y, Z equals 128. What's your reason? As you said, co-interior. We're very close. This one in here is 128. Next.
180 minus 25 minus 120.
Yeah, equals angle ZXY. 180 minus 128 minus 25, which gives you
27.
27. Reason, angle sum of a triangle. I'm having enough with writing the same thing again and again. Angle sum of a triangle. Now that you know this guy's 27, you're very close. M equals
153.
153. Reason,
Angle sum of a straight line.
straight line. All right. So again, you guys can see by just doing that, we started all the way here, and I won't lie, Zara, and I think you know it, you took the longest approach, but who cares? I don't mind. At least you know that you can get it out. You'll get full marks. The only way it could have been faster is that's 52, that's 52, 52, that's 128. And for those who know the exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of the interior angles, you could have used that. So you can do it faster, it just depends on what properties you know. If not, hey, that's beautiful. Who cares? Just do it slowly. Well done. All right.
Sam, can you scroll up a bit? I've got like
Yeah.
a little. Thank you. I'm all good.
Yeah. Might just leave these last 2 or 3. These are easy. KL. I just want to see if there's anything else. Is KL parallel to MN? Explain. Is WX to YZ? All right. I guess we'll look at these last 2 just to make them a little bit simpler. Is KL parallel to MN? So are these 2 parallel? Yes or no? Well,
Because the corresponding angles aren't equal.
yeah. No. Corresponding angles aren't equal, but they should be if they were parallel. And then is WX parallel to YZ? Again, it doesn't look like it, but yes. And the reason being,
108 plus 72 is equal to 180.
which is,
The sum of the co-interior angles.
yeah, co-interior angle. We need to see pretty much that word. Good work. Okay. Yeah, so these add up to 180, which means they're co-interior. Okay. Let's leave that.